guys, it's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to another edition of WWE Updates. We are now at day 10 of the WWE World Grand Prix, where we are pretty much at the midway point of our 19 shows. So Block B again, it's their 5th set of fixtures, and hopefully, we have another good show. We're down under, we're in Australia this time, so we may not get the greatest rating in the world, but again, it's exploring a different market, and hopefully it all turns out well. So without further ado, we'll jump into day 10 of the WWE World Grand Prix. So we start off with some of our competitors this evening arguing with each other in the ring, as always, to get the good segment to start the show. And it's Kevin Owens, Rusev, Apollo Crews, John Cena, Seth Rollins and Big E. A-Star 100, just, pleading their chances that they're going to win the World Grand Prix, or at least Block B. Kevin Owens didn't do well without a script, which is strange for him. Same with Rusev. Cena struggling off script, but bizarrely enough, it was Apollo Crews, Seth Rollins, and Big E who worked well without the script. He got his show off to a strong start, it got the crowd hotter. Rusev looked lost, but the performance of John Cena was good. It continues the main storyline on the Raw brand. Kevin Owens is developing better performance skills, and a few negatives there. Some poor improvisation. Our opening contest is about that had some good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, and it saw Randy Orton defeat Luke Harper in 18-11 by pinfall by RKO. Gets him 2 points, a good B82 rating here. Harper was slowed down by his injury. He got the crowd hotter. Randy Orton for a very good 91. Luke Harper 72 because of the injury. He's improving his technical skills, but in this instance, it is between two heels and it's a valuable 2 points for the Viper, Randy Orton. After the match, obviously the Wyatt family are quite upset at this, so Randy Orton is beat down by Luke Harper, Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin. This gets a B-75. The announcing team really helped this match up. Randy Orton looked like a star. Braun Strowman underperformed. No skill improvements here. Negatives. None. Oh, I'm quite happy with that. Just a bit more overness would make this segment a lot better. Next up, we've got Dean Ambrose, who's cutting a promo for his matchup tonight against AJ Styles, which gives an A92. Dean Ambrose came across well. No skill improvements here, just a good promo hyping up their matchup. We then have a tag team match, which had terrible wrestling apparently, and a non-existent crowd. He, as American Alpha, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, defeated Mark and Joe, the Coffey brothers, in 9 minutes 40 when Chad Gable defeated Joe Coffey by pinfall. This was a C60. Jason Jordan was off his game, as was Mark Coffey. Unfortunately, we get another injury. This time it's an L5-S1 disc herniation for Joe Coffey, so that could be worrying. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Gable with a 61, Jordan 62, a 40 for Joe, and a 36 for Mark Coffey. Jason Jordan improves Rumble skills, and it's a good victory for American Alpha, heading forward. And Jason Jordan got some heat because they felt it was his mistake that got Joe Coffey hurt. Next up, AJ Styles is attacked backstage by a mysterious assault. We have no idea who's done it, but it's an A-Star 98. As you know, AJ Styles was struggling a bit with fatigue, so in either way not to have him compete tonight after stupidly putting him on SmackDown yesterday. So it means he's been taken out of action and won't be performing tonight. So A-Star 98 is very good. And after this we have a match of terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. And we see Asuka defeat Caitlyn in 9:31 by pinfall with a Billiken, D plus 50, Caitlyn with a 36, Asuka with a 51. Caitlyn is improving her Rumble skills, and the dirt sheet has a couple of holding back. Apart from that, not great, but we're really protecting a lot of our women's athletes who, unfortunately, are injured at this moment in time. And after this, we get a promo. Charlotte basically saying she wants a match up with Paige. The winner getting a shot at Emma down the line for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The C plus 69 continues the women's storyline, and overall, very happy with this. Next up, we've got Kevin Owens cutting his usual promo before his matchup. Again, a threatening word to Sami Zayn. Performance was fantastic, continues their feud. B plus 88, so strong performance from KO. No skill improvements, just limited for being short. In his matchup, because again it's two heels, it was a superb matchup, and Kevin Owens defeats Rusev in 17:46 by pinfall with a package piledriver, following botched interference from Sami Zayn. Obviously the two heels made it in B81, KO with a strong 95 performance to the 77 from Rusev, and the Fight Forever storyline continues again. It feels like at this time they're just going to keep fighting forever, but trust me, sooner rather than later that feud will be over. Negatives there, few for Rusev there, and of course both for being heels. Next up, basically Shane McMahon is in the ring with Dean Ambrose. Although that's what it says in the text there, basically what we're happening here is a promo to just award Dean Ambrose 2 points since AJ Styles can't compete tonight. So 2 points for Dean Ambrose, he gets the default win, or the forfeit win, over AJ Styles, and that's a B79 promo to try and get a little bit of a boost to Shane McMahon's overness even. Next up, in a superb match, John Cena defeated Apollo Crews in 1827 by pinfall with an AA. This got a B79. Cena was off his game, there was a lack of psychology, it was disappointing. But Apollo Crews with 84, Cena with 87. This flops as much again because it's two baby faces, no storyline, and of course the psychology effect. No skill improvements to speak of in this instance, and your negatives, as I say, psychology, two faces, Cena's stamina, inconsistency for both gentlemen, and the declining physical ability. Next up, we've got a promo, Eva Marie latching on to Cesaro's overness again, and a solid B83 as they proclaim to be the power couple in WWE. So performance was good from Cesaro, Eva Marie underperformed. Apart from that, no other things to really speak of. The Miz cuts a promo, just really ribbing on Finn Balor. He's just saying, I'm the man around here, etc, etc. The Miz came across well in a very strong A91 promo, which was good there because they're in this big multi-man match, which was absolutely superb. In a superb match, CM Punk, Dean Ambrose, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, and Shinsuke Nakamura beat the team of Cesaro, Roman Reigns, The Miz, Bobby Roode, and Alberto Del Rio, when Dean Ambrose defeated Alberto Del Rio with a midnight special. A superb A-star 97, that's with Del Rio slowed down by injury. A 94 from Nakamura, a 96 from Sami, a 90 from Finn Balor, 96 for Dean Ambrose, 91 for CM Punk, 72 for Del Rio, a 64 for Bobby Roode, but that was hidden by the fact we had a 95 Miz performance, unreal from the Miz, 96 from Roman Reigns, and a 92 from Cesaro. It continues the Raw storyline for the WWE Championship. Finn Balor improving performance skills here, and just really delighted that was a good matchup there. A few negatives, mostly for Alberto Del Rio and shock horror Bobby Roode. Next up, we've got a promo for our main event, which is Seth Rollins hyping up his match with Big E. This gets an A-star 91. Again, this is advancing the Survival G1 storyline from the Raw brand, and Seth Rollins came across well. And holy shit. And about that had superb wrestling and great heat. Seth Rollins defeated Big E in 20 minutes and 41 with Phoenix Splash, an A-star 98. I am shocked. I honestly thought this would be a very poor match. It would maybe be like a B82, and it has delivered spectacularly. So this might end up being a feud down the line. That's for the ratings we're going to pull. But an A-star, amazing. Rollins with a 95. Big E with a 86. And it continues that Raw storyline. These are all good matches to have on Raw. No skill improvements in this instance. Only negative was Big E's stamina, but fantastic. Big E definitely proved me wrong there. I thought he would struggle, and it's a great performance. End the show. an A-star 96, which increases our popularity in 32 regions. So I can only say well done. And of course, I'm going to give it to Seth Rollins and Big E because there's two of them. But so many guys could get the praise for a great performance here. Actually, I'm going to give it to Rusev just to try and improve his morale. But, you know, you could have given that to any of the 10 men and 10-man tag match as well. So what's even more amazing is we get that rating, an A-star 96 in Australia, when our popularity is not as high. But at least we sold out the Acer Arena to 21,000 people. So Seth is pleased, Big E's pleased, Rusev's pleased. Overall, absolutely delighted with that rating that we were able to kind of pull that one out in that sort of arena. Feedback was incredible. The show was an absolute success, so that's positive. Let's see what else we've got here. Joe won't be taking time off, so we'll check how long he's going to be out for. ECW aired a 3.80, that's good. Terry Funk has left the business, which was always going to happen at one point. Decent show from TNA. As I say, all good for us. If I just double click on it. Not a great TV rating, 36.51, 27 million viewers, but still an outstanding show for something that was in Australia. Jonathan Gresham has signed, he will go to NXT. As well, everybody's favourite cocky prick, Mad Braddocks, is back to NXT. I'm going to try and give him a big massive push. And Mark Coffey will give a 75% pay rise to it. So we'll check how long Joe's out for. Shinsuke Nakamura needs a bit of a rest, that's cool. We'll let him fight on his matchup on the Block A, which will be today, day 11. Then we'll rest him until SmackDown. Grand Prix get 36.51. 5k for the drug test. Joe Coffey doesn't connect, says Dean Ambrose. Mark Coffey doesn't connect, says Roman Reigns. Could we have a feud, the Coffey brothers versus the Shield? Jason Jordan isn't liked by CM Punk. But Mark Coffey's liked by John Cena. So conflicting opinions there. And of course a rating for ECW. So we're at the halfway stage. Still drawing good money, with a lot of unhappy faces there because they weren't on any of the shows. So I'm going to have to give people money again to cheer them up. There's only one problem with this big tournament. Yeah, lower card guys will be unhappy because they're not making the show. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. Joe's out for 53 days. It's pretty similar to the injury Emma sustained. Maybe a little bit later. But that's quite a few that they can work through them, but I'd rather not. And no actual permanent damage, so it's going to be interesting. AJ still 28.6. Cena with a long-term injury, well, a bit of fatigue as well, and the same with Randy Orton. Nakamura complaining as well, and we still have at least 8 shows to go. So it remains to be seen. I'll maybe hold some of them off one of the shows, but we'll see. So this is day 10 over and done with. The updated tables will be available in the next video. Before day 11, we'll have a list of how each table is after 5 sets of matches. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. It's deeply appreciated. If you enjoyed the show, if you leave a thumbs up, it's deeply appreciated. If you want to see some more, you can hit that sub button and the videos will drop in your inbox every so often. Of course, any comments regarding this series, wrestling in general, your own series, let me know how these are getting on. Who's been your star man to book in TW this year? Let me know. And until next time, I'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye.